Hi everyone, welcome to WW Designs. My name is Nikki and today we're going to do some memory keeping. So this is my 2025 highlights journal. So it's sort of a little cross between scrapbooking and journaling. It's something new that I'm trying for this year. If you've seen any of my previous videos about my planner journal plans for 2025, this was included. So we're doing things a bit differently and it's time to do my February highlights spread. So it is the end of summer in February here in southeast Queensland. It is usually the hottest month of the year. It hasn't been too bad this year actually, but my spread is going to have a very tropical, beachy sort of theme to it because I try and make the most of going to the beach when I can. So we're going to start with this very old stencil. I have had this forever. I don't know where I got it from, but what I want to do is just sort of through the middle, I just want to add a few waves because for me everything is about the beach. So what I've got here, I've got my Distress ink. This is Mermaid Lagoon. Obviously, it's blue, surprise, surprise. And then with this stencil, I just want to lightly put some sort of wavy arrangements in here. This is just a little bit of stuff for the background. They don't have to be perfect or anything spectacular. Just want to give this a true warm weather, spend time at the beach feeling, because that is what I do in February when I can. I was lucky I did manage to get to the beach a few times in February, so that always brings me great joy. And so we're just using, these are makeup brushes. I buy them off Temu or AliExpress. They're as cheap as chips and they're a great way to apply distress inks just through stencils. It's a very simple process. You can do it in circles or you can just rub it along. It doesn't matter. I'm not going for anything perfectly magnificent here. I just want to really go with the beach theme. So that's what we're doing. So we have spent all morning cyclone prepping. We have a cyclone due to bear down on us on, at this stage, Thursday night. So we have been putting all our outdoor furniture away and all that sort of stuff. Had a very busy morning. And if you could see outside my office window right now, the sky is as blue can be. There's a lovely, it's a bit more than a breeze, but honestly, you would never believe that there is a cyclone heading our way. So now let's move on to the next bit. I have found the letters of February and I'm just going to glue these in something like this. Pardon me. Voila. These are just cut out from magazines. I have a whole container full of letters and I've just gone, just randomly picked them and I'm using my glue stick to put them down just sort of roughly through the center, and then my photos and things are going to go around the top and bottom. So this is just fun. This doesn't have to be perfect, but I just want to open this page and when I look at it, remember that we, until March and the cyclone maybe hit, we had pretty good weather. It wasn't quite as hot and horrible as it often is. It's been quite stable. So that's very pleasant. And see, these are just all random letters that I collect out of magazines. No magazine survives living its life in my household without being absolutely cut to bits. This just makes this a fun way to do things. Completely free of charge. after buying the magazine, of course. Even though I do get most of mine for free, I'm very lucky. I get them through work. So we're not putting every single day in here. This spread is just for some of the highlights. And what I did was went through my stash and I grabbed all sorts of little tropical highlighty pieces. And then also, oh, excuse me, sorry, knocked my camera thing because I'm trying to reach over here. I also found some cute little journaling style cards and things in my stash that had a tropical theme. So I thought, instead of just writing directly on the paper, why not have some fun and use up some of these things. Now, honestly, I would have had these in my stash forever. And I always hang on to things, but what I really want to do is we've got to start using some of this stuff up. So this is day 1. It was actually the 1st of February. Or we have a neighbourhood group. So all of the neighbours that are friends, we have a little Facebook group and we organise lunches and dinners, get-togethers, coffee. And this was because one of the ladies was going on a 6-month around Australia trip and another one was having a birthday. So we all went out together for lunch. So that is day number 1. Then the next event was the 7th of February. My mum went in to have eye lift surgery, so I had a few hours to spare while she was having that done. So I organised a get-together with a bestie that I met in year 9, so a very long time ago. And she lives on the other end of the Sunshine Coast. But we got together. I got to have a beautiful walk. Like, look at the day. It was absolutely magnificent. So she was with me for a couple of hours and we did manage to do brunch. I had the most fabulous avocado on toast with a hash brown. And I then, of course, got to go and have a lovely walk all around. There's like an inlet here. The actual surf is just over there. But I walked all around here just killing some time while Mum was having surgery. And then I've decided to use this for my dates. I have a kit in my, I think it's in my Ko-fi store, where I've put together 12 months worth of dates. And each page has a theme. Some of them are just sort of abstract or hearts or whatever. I also did a tropical themed one. And I decided to use these dates for this because I thought, well, it matches my theme perfectly. So that was the 7th. I'm not even going to bother with words. I know exactly what happened that day. Then the next day was also an awesome day. I went down to Brisbane with another lady who also lives up here on the Sunshine Coast for our Southeast Queensland Journal Keepers meet-up. So down to Brisbane we went. We had the best day, playing with stationery and pens and fountain pens and trying everyone else's good things. And these are all the journals that we brought between us. We do it once every quarter and it is an absolutely fab day because you get to spend time with people who understand that journaling's fun. They love it. We all have all the bits and we just have a ball. So I might just put that over here. Don't want to cover up too much of my fabulous journaling piles there. They're way too cute for that. So that was on the 8th. Then the next one, this is just for me because I do competition dance. It's an Australian thing, only exists in Australia, but there's, oh, I don't know, 200 clubs or something all around the country, and I get to compete against people from everywhere. And so the holidays are over, Fizzy is back, and I'm doing my classes online because the club I am part of is owned by my daughter and her bestie. And obviously they're in Brisbane, I'm up here. So I do my classes online together with another lady who recently packed up and moved north. So we meet online and we do our dance practice. So that's just a reminder that the life of leisure and being lazy is over, and it's time to stretch and learn 5 new routines ready to compete in Sydney at the end of the year. Then the next one, I've used another little journaling card I found. I realised just before I started this video that I forgot to print a photo from this day, but that's okay. If I want to, I can add it later. But I do some freelance work for a German swimwear company and a German lingerie company. So the lady who does all that, she does all the sales. She came over to stay for dinner and then stayed the night, and we had our little AGM, as we call it, where we discuss business plans, and I get to see all the beautiful new catalogues for the stuff arriving later in the year. So we had a very fun night. So that was that night. Then on the 15th, down at Peridgian, we have this fabulous bar, come very cash restaurant, come cafe, come fish and chip shop thing. It's called Captain's Daughter. And of course, because I was away in December overseas, I hadn't been to Captain's Daughter in forever. So we went down to have a fabulous burger, and I love their frozen margaritas. So that was very nice to get to go to Captain's Daughter again. It's been a long while. And you sit there, you got a little sneak peek view of the ocean down there. It's just delightful. But it's very casual. You don't have to get all dressed up or anything. It's just delightful. So we did that. And then lo and behold, literally the next weekend, friend invited us down there again for dinner because she hadn't been for ages. So we went back down the following week. So I've just done this little mini journaling card to highlight that. I thought I better not do another thing of drinks because you'll think, oh my God, she's an alcoholic. She's not though, actually. Now I've lost, now where did my little, oh no, there it is. I was going to say, I'm positive I cut out the date for this. And I had, it's all good. So that was the 22nd. So as I said, I'm only putting highlights. I don't need to be reminded that I've had a shitty day at work or anything like that. So this is just the things that I did that brought me joy. That's what this, I want to look at this page and go, oh, I did do some fun things that month. Now, the next one, I have 2 pics here, both for the same day. It's the 28th of Feb, but we went down to Coolum. We had a few little chores to do, but I took Mum down for a drink. God, that sounds terrible, doesn't it? But the 28th, my father passed away 2.5 years ago. He gained his wings. But had he still been alive, the 28th of February would have been their 61st wedding anniversary. So Mum and I had a lovely little, just a little cheers to Dad up there in the sky, because we miss him terribly. But that's okay. So we did that. And then also that night, I'd been madly researching this planetary alignment, and I spend all this time outside, but thanks to some clouds and goodness knows what else, we did not see the planetary alignment. So what I did, I took a photo of our pool and these cute little fairy light blow-up ball things we have in the pool, and they are our planets for the night. We decided, well, that's about the best we can sort out. So that is the 28th. So let's put our little date down to remember this day. And then I just grabbed these cute little hearts, and I just want to put, I'm going to put a green one down because that was Dad's favourite colour. He was a green man. So I just want to put this down on here. This is just my little reminder of exactly what that photo means. And of course we have a little bit of white space left. So I have grabbed a few tropical bits and pieces, and I thought we're just going to fill in some blanks with some of this stuff. So this is an old one from the Planner Society. I have had this in my stash forever, and as I said, we've got to start using these things up. I hang on to things waiting for the perfect day to use them, and then I actually never do. So this is all about me loving to spend time at the beach during summer. I thought that covers it nicely. Now I've got this gorgeous little watermelon here. Eat lots of watermelon during summer, and I love the colours in it. So I thought, let's just pop some of this down and use up some of these things. Now I've got a few shells here because I love going beach combing for shells. The only thing we don't get, unfortunately, is we don't, down at Peridgeon and Coolum and everything, we never seem to get glass. You know that lovely glass, what's it called? You know, where it gets all rough from being tossed and turned in the surf. Tumbled glass. I never find glass down there except like a freshly broken bottle or something once in a blue moon. Generally speaking, our beaches are pretty damn good here. So, you know, but yes, very sad that I don't find that, but I always find shells. Not necessarily a lot, but I certainly find some. Let's say I might, oh yes, let's put the pineapple down here. That's another very tropically summery piece. What have I got room for? What have we got here? Or maybe Surf Lifesaving Club. What if we put this in there somewhere? That's their job, is to protect all the people out there swimming, and they do such a good job doing that. So why don't we just, can I fit that on? I don't want to cover that little Australian flag. There we go, we've got that bit there. And then I might, why don't we put this leaf on here? That sort of fills that spot nicely. And the rest is all too big. But what I could do, I want something up in that corner. What, might put this nice bright heart. Yeah, why not? Let's put this up here. That's just a reminder of, I did have some fun things happen in February. And there we go. So now, just for your interest, how I do my photos, I did this, if you watch my travel journal video from my trip to Europe, I decided not to use my little mini HP sprocket because the papers are so expensive and the quality is not that good. So what I do now is I just import my photos over to Canva, or in this case, that's if I want to be really specific about the size. If I'm not that fussy, I just want them roughly, you know, this size, I use the Epsom print app that I got, which I downloaded when I bought my Echo tank. And you can use the collage option. So I just picked, I knew roughly how many photos I wanted to include, so I just used that. And then I printed them straight out onto matte photo paper. So of course this was only one sheet, plus I did a few other extras for another little thing. And it turns out it's so much cheaper and the photo quality is so superior. So just if you want to start using photos in your journal, have a look at your printer, and I'm sure it will have an app. And then if you just use matte photo paper, you just end up with great photos to put in your journaling. So just thought I'd mention that in case, because there's nothing worse than not starting journaling and things because it's all too hard and you don't know how to get photos. Obviously, yes, you need a printer. But if you do have one, it's very easy. I buy my matte photo paper. I buy the Kodak brand. I get it from Big W here in Australia. It's often on sale and it's great value. And you end up with beautiful photos. So there we go, everyone. That is my memory keeping spread for February. So time to batten down the hatches and make sure I have finished all my prep for my cyclone season thing that's coming our way. So I will see you on the other side of that. Keep your fingers crossed for me, please. I would appreciate that. So if you have any questions, pop them down in the comments box below. And if you can just take a minute to hit the like button, give this video a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. And until next time, please stay safe and stay healthy. Bye for now.